Good evening, everyone. Let's start the session. In our last session, we covered some of our basic structure along with the global settings and how to open and close the periods, right? So, for example, we are in June, right? Sixth period will be open. If it's not open in your company code, you cannot post any transaction. T code to open and close period is OB52. You can always follow the menu path. You have to position, make sure before you post anything against your posting period, June is open. So this is our variant. Plus means valid for all account. Using this variant, we can post all types of postings: assist related, customer related, vendor related, material related, right? GL, all things. So is June is the sixth period. Double two, right? June. You see, June is for this year, it's open. Right? The second phase is for the special posting period that are used for the adjustment entries. Now, today's topic is in continuation of that GL and basic settings. Document type. Whenever we post any financial posting in SAP, document type is the main element to classify our postings. What type of postings we are posting? Document type are defined to separate, to distinguish different business transactions. For example, SAP provided some standard document types. For example, if you are posting in SAP system a vendor invoice, right? You procure something, you purchase a material from China and they send you the invoice. You need to enter that invoice into SAP system, right? So that whenever you post any transaction in SAP system, you have to enter document type, which is KR, vendor invoice. The document type for vendor invoice by SAP system is KR, right? And for customer invoice, that is DR. So this SA is for GL posting. You can always define your own document type, but these document types provided by SAP serve most of the scenarios of the business. You can always copy and create your own. So SA is for GL, K is for vendor, KZ for vendor payment, KA for vendor other document, DR for customer invoice, DZ is for customer payment, DA is for customer document, and AF for depreciation are just the examples of SAP standard document type. When you purchase SAP license and they install SAP license in your company, out of box when you install few things or by default you get out, that is called out of box or standard functions available in SAP system. You can always modify them, copy them and create according to your need. I'll show you different functions that are available within document type. Document types are defined at client level. Client means we are a client 800, which is a training client. When you in real time, when you work for company, they will give you access for 3 different servers and those will have clients. So client, in one client you can define many companies.
No, they will give you access 3 servers.
Yes, I explained already. When you develop something, like for example, we are developing SAP company in SAP, right? So we are only doing in one server, right? But in a real scenario, this is a training, right? When in a real scenario, when you develop any SAP uh, component or module, you have to first develop in a server which is not a live server. Live server is a server which is a production server which company is using to post live transactions, right? That is a separate, right? If you go and mess something with the configuration, right, in a production client, company operation will stop, right? How company operation will stop? In order to secure and control the omission mistakes, you first define something in a client which is called a golden client. Then you will test, right? They ask you to develop what, you will match with that requirement, will develop, and then once you're okay, that is called unit testing. Then you will move whatever you develop in your first client, which is a golden client, to your QA client. It's called QA client. It's a SAP language. QA, business language. Quality means you will transport using TR, right? When we save anything, TR pop-ups, right? I already explained, I spent an hour, more than an hour on this, right? Three clients, right? If you watch previous videos, I explained already. Three clients. From one to second, we will use TR to transport. You don't need to develop and do every configuration step in QA client. QA when is a different server. QA server will have access to the business who will go and check your whatever you did configuration is okay. Then they will give you okay approval. Yes, whatever we ask, we got it, approval. Then from QA to production, there is another way or change management procedure. You then transport to the live system, right? Let's say this is a live system, right? Now if I go into the live system, right, and I go in any T code and I change and block, or if I go to OBD, mean the GL, right, FS00, right, and then you block that GL, right, any GL you block, right, what will happen? This is operational chart of account. Russian people, people across the globe, if they are posting transactions, right, they cannot post, right? Right? So that's why there is a police in SAP as well. That is called a security module. When you develop anything, they want to make sure that whatever was asked is accomplished, and then someone needs to check. It's not only you develop and then go send the live production system. No, right? You have to move it to one client, make sure it's good, then someone other from business will verify, yes, it's good, then it will go to production system. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sometime I will open up my company laptop and I will show you how many clients and how we do the changes, how we see the tickets, all those real time, right? But first do these things that I'm just explaining, practice, practice and practice. So the document type, you can go document type, what is the, so what is document type? I explained this is used to classify different posting in SAP system, and you can go SPRO or always go to where we see the document type. It's in financial accounting new, right? It's in global setting or it's in GL. Document types, right? Now when you go into document type, T code for document type is OBA7.
नहीं ये हसन भाई ये अजीज भाई ये GL में था ना? It was in GL.
Yes.
Global side. Okay. Okay.
Now Right, don't need to remember, right? You will have notes.
Okay.
Do it, and you will remember it. Now, document type for SA document type is for GL, right? Right. If you don't want to use SA, you can just copy it and create it anything, AA, whatever. But when it's already available in SAP system and it serves the purpose, it's okay to use the same SA. But SA document type is not only used to classify the documents, right? It has few other functions as well. It also has a function of number range information. When you post any document in SAP system will allot a number, right? From where it will give the number to that document you're posting through document type, right? So document type has linked a number range information in terms of an ID 0102 whatever ID, right? You have to define and create number ranges assigned to your document type. Now, so the SAP standard document type SA for GL, right? So this is accounts allowed, right? If I check all these, I can use document type SA to post all types of documents relating to these vendor, customer and assets in GL. But I will use only for GL. If you post asset posting using SA, system will prompt you an error. You cannot use SA document type because it is defined only for GL. Right?
So we
This is,
just need to use GL accounting for this.
yeah, I explain. If you check this,
Yeah. You
you can
just
use asset
wrote as
document type to post asset, customer, vendor and material also. You are learning the GL. If you even uncheck, doesn't matter, it will serve the purpose.
okay.
Now have different other functions too, but at now please just learn how to define a document type. You can create your own or you can use SAP standard. Now number range, click on number range, give your company code, go to change intervals. Now no number ranges are defined 0 1, right? Now you can add, right? You can add, it says 0 1, right? Make sure number you are defining 0 1 here should be same
Same way.
the ID, this one, right? If
Okay.
you define a 09 there, then you have to come here and change it to 09, right? Because it's a link. So 01, then define 01, double two, go to change interval and then go to add interval 01, right? Make sure. Now you can give the year 2020. Now you can go drop down, it will give you the free intervals 1 to 99. Don't enter 19999 and save. Don't do that, because then you will take all the number range, all the limit in the system, right? Use it like 1 to 999, right? Then someone else can use all.
हसन भाई ना अजीज भाई इसकी समझ नहीं आई. जीरो से ना 0 से 99 काम क्यों किया आपने क्यों मना किया 99 यूज करने से.
If you want to use a range, so you will use all the range, right? This is the maximum. You cannot
Oh,
define any other range then.
we have to be limited, right?
Yeah, eat what you are hungry for, right?
Digest.
Yeah, so now go, that's like 999, right? That's it. Then you can go from 1000 to next, right? Now add, right? Whenever you post any document, this current number will change to 1 because it's 1 is starting. Save it. Number ranges are not saved under any transport request. You have to individually maintain into individual clients. Now number ranges are defined, right, as I just explained, right? Okay. This is just a repetition. Field status variant is the next topic. What is field status variant? Let's say you are posting a document, right? And you want your users, you are a boss, you want your user, when they post any document, they need to enter certain fields. Compulsorily, they need to. You are going to enforce, right? For example, I'm posting a document, right? Any document. You want your users, right? Your subordinates to enter the reference field, right? Enter if it's invoice, right? What is it? Or it's a check, or it's a payment, right? What is it, right? Or you want to enter a reference number, right? Any reference number, invoice number, right? Anything, right? Where's the reference number, right? You can enter reference number 12456. But if you don't, if you just tell them, and then if they don't enter any information here, that creates some inconsistencies and problems in future reporting or reconciliation, right? Because this information may be used at a later stage, right? So you want to restrict a user, even if they don't remember, system won't allow them to post or proceed further. Then we use field status variant as a function available in SAP system, which will restrict certain fields as a required field, display only field, optional field, or you want to hide this field. You don't want this field at all, right? It depends. So we will define field status variant. Under field status variant, we define some groups, right? Like for example, bank related GL postings, we want this reference field as a required field. And in other normal GLs, right, expense GL, we don't want this reference field. It's fine, we know that it's expense. But in those scenarios, we may want this document header text field as a required field. Then we use field status variant and field status group. I show you, and when we will post a document, I'll show you the functionality behind it. So when you post any financial document, it's just a theory part. You have different many fields. 70 fields are available, right? If you go to, there's one transaction, enjoy transaction FB50, FT02, FB50 is the same transaction codes, but just the interface is different, right? Because this is introduced by SAP with the release of their new version, right? Now you see here GL, then DC, debit and credit, right? Amount, right? If you go assignment, value field, tax, if you keep going, you see there are many fields, right? Fund, order, grant, lot of information. So that's what he's saying, 70 fields, right? And when you post debit and credit, right, 2 line items, right? Every financial document contains 2 line items, one debit and one credit. So 70 in that one line debit and 17 second line, 140 fields, right? You don't want all those fields, right? The fields that you want as the required fields, you can use and make them required using field status variant. Let's define the field status variant. You can always use SAP standard, or you can copy and create according to your requirement, the fields you want as required, right? So you go to SPRO. Bangesh, tell me what is the path to go to field status variant?
What is the path to go to field status variant?
Right.
Field status variant, you have to go field status variant. Just went out of my mind.
Okay, no problem. Go.
No. Field status. Yeah, सही है.
Now,
Right.
now You go and just you can create your own, right? Or you can copy from existing one, right? Better you guys create your own, right? And then create groups, right? But I will copy it from our company, which is 3333 or 22 or 5555. Select this, copy it, change it to your number, and change it this one description as your company code. Press enter. System is asking, you want to copy all or you want to copy just this 2222, sorry, the text and that entry only, right? The 3333. Now we want to copy all what beneath, underneath this variant, because variant contains groups, right? So you save it. This is 49 dependent entries copied. Thank you very much. We'll make sure that has dependent entries exist. Dependent entries means groups. Enter 2222 that we created. Select this and double click groups. Now you see many groups, right? You can delete the groups that you don't want, right? You don't have scrapping related GLs, you don't have adjustments accounts, delete them if you want, right? Let's say I don't have direct postings, right? I don't have direct postings, I don't want it, I don't want this, I don't want this group, just delete it, right? G001 is SAP standard for general accounts. Material consumption accounts G003. SAP already provided and grouped them according to your nature of your GLs, cost related, bank related, material related, assets related, right? Just save it. Our variant is defined. Now, how you make the fields required, optional, express, right? Express means hide it. Required mean make it hide, make it required if anybody is not entering those fields. System gives you the error message. Excuse me. So now go and double click on G001. Now you see here different types grouping, right? Now in general data, when you post any transaction in general data, these fields, you see these fields, assignment number, tax, right? Not all field you want them as required, is by default express, right? You won't see them, but you see text field, right? Now text field is optional. If you make it required, right? When you post a document, if you don't enter the text field, system won't allow you to post a document. I will show you when we will post a document. Just make a point here that we are using 2222 as a variant. Under variant we have G001 group, and in that G001 we have made a selection of text field as a required field, and we will assign this G001 group to our GL account. I'll show you and explain you. Go back. Now this is just the same that what I explained, right? Now general data, now we have to go, maybe we will text as a required field, right? You can make double click and then go into additional account assignment, make business area as a required also, right? Save it. So business area needs to be entered. If you don't, system will throw an error message. For bank accounts, right, we use G005. For bank account, value date is always in payment transaction. You see the value date as a required, right? You can make it optional or required. If you don't enter the value date is nothing but a check encashment date. Let's go back. These are just settings you can make and test them, right? Now under payment transaction, what is the payment transaction says? You can make any. It's by default it's
तो इनमें किसी से भी हम सेलेक्ट करके उसमें चेंज ला सकते हैं। बैंक बिजनेस पार्टनर, लेट्स से इस पे आप क्लिक करें तो क्या चीज ला सकते हैं आप इस पे क्लिक करें
बैंक बिजनेस पार्टनर,
या सिक्स ऑप्शन ओन बैंक के नीचे
okay, on bank you want to make a required,
ना 1 2 3 4 5 फिफ्थ ऑप्शन ओन बैंक बिजनेस की
yeah. So if you make a required field, then you have to compulsorily define bank business partners, right? That is maybe a different module, treasury module. Use those fields that are relevant for finance, right? Understood? The SAP is not for only finance, right? Okay, now what else? Now we have made this, right? This is just a theory part. Go back, assign this field status variant to your company code. Next step, go to position, go double two, and enter your field status variant. Go F4, search it, double click, save it. Save it in your transport request data saved. Right, that's it. Now open items, right? Open items are those items which are not paid yet, still open, right? When you purchase something, when you record that posting in SAP system will keep those things as open as a reminders, so you don't forget. Once you pay them, it will turn into green. I'll show you a report, FBL 3N, and we don't have any GL. I'll use any other company code that is GL is already created, and I will this option is selected open item. This report will gives you open item, either clear item or all items. Cleared items are those items that they are paid, cleared. I'll show you the open item just to show you the functionality. It will show in green, in red color if they are open. So in this company code nothing is open, and if I go and show you the cleared items, it will show you green. You see the green sign status, they're paid. Okay, if you go to, I'll show you the red color, right? FBL1, and if you go to that other report, and if you go open item, if any vendor invoice is open, it will show in red color. You see, these are my invoices are open. DD is for due. Advanced function. I just want to show what the open items are. We can have open items in vendor, customers, some balance sheet GL for provisions, right? We create these GL with the open item selection checkbox.
ये जो ओपन आइटम ये वेंडर ऊपर जो लेक्चर में ऊपर ये वर्ड की फाइल जो है ओपन आइटम वेंडर्स ठीक है वेंडर में फिर अकाउंट्स है कस्टमर अकाउंट है ये फर्दर जो एक्सपेंसिव अकाउंट्स है इनकम अकाउंट्स है ये भी हमारे पास उसमें आता है ये क्या नाम है
Yeah, when we create GLs, right? When we create vendor accounts, vendor
Yeah.
master, customer master, you will learn, right? When we will learn this vendor AP, right? There is a sub modules in SAP, right? AP, AR, right? So when we create vendors and will do configuration, we will create some GL and will assign to your vendors. So those GL those GL there is a setting in SAP, right? We are not up to that point yet, but I will show you what is that setting you do in. Let's say I will open any GL, right? Drop down and select any GL, right? I'll show you when you check that box, or I mean the settings, you see this open item management. if you go to change mode, you check this box. When you check this box, when you post any transaction to this GL, unless you offset, it will show as a red item, red color, open, because you created this GL as open item. You want to see, you want to track, you create a provision. Next month end, every month end, you need to pay your mortgage. You create a provision. Provision means you setting aside a set of amount of money so you won't forget. Salaries, commissions, dividends, many things. So then you will see that report, right? If you have thousands of GLs and postings, you will see only that report, what I have to pay, I have to clear. In that way, system will show those things as open item, a reminder. Now, tolerance. Tolerance is a threshold, you can say. I mean, yeah, you already covered, Fazal, Bangish, we have already session on this. You should tell us now, what is tolerance? Right. So tolerance is your level, your minimum or maximum limit that you can post a document in SAP system. You can pay an invoice, and you can clear any invoice, give any discount. There is a limit, right? Right. For example, there is a payment of 1 million. It's not everybody can pay 1 million, right? There should be some hierarchical level tolerances, right? There, if you go to the bank, it's the same thing. Cashier can give you a cash up to certain limit. If the check is beyond that limit, he needs to go to his manager maybe for his approval, right? Then he will sign. It's a compliance control in SAP system. At a GL level, customer level, vendor level, we have tolerances. So tolerances are nothing but setting the maximum limits equal to which or below the difference in balance sheet GL accounts are automatically taken to P&L account or some predefined account, like sundry balance written off example, right? Let's say you purchase something, they send you the invoice, and now they send you the invoice. Let's say you purchase for $1,000, they send you the invoice for 1,100, 1,100, right? 100 more. Are you allowed to pay overpayment? No, I'm not saying you. I mean, you can set in the system that yes, if there is invoice for $1,000, I mean, you purchased the PO, purchase order was for $1,000. You received the goods for $1,000, but the invoice came for 1,100. It's automation. Sometimes you manually post. If there is a different system, won't allow you to post because it's not balanced, right? Why you are paying more? Maybe you have internally relations with those people, right? You're making commission, maybe, right? Fraud. So to prevent this, we have tolerances, and then if you set the tolerance like yes, this group of people can post up to $100 difference, then yes, system will allow post. If not, system will give you the error message, and if which is post, the difference of that $100 will go to a GL to balance it out, right? That was the purpose of tolerances, right? Now we'll create a tolerance, right? The T code. You can go to SPRO. Tell me, Bangish, where we go to for financial accounting new tolerances. General ledger, right?
Financial accounting new.
Right, yeah.
इसमें ये second general ledger accounting new.
Right. Okay.
यार
Open item clearing, clearing differences, tolerances, right? Define tolerance groups for GL, right? Go to define tolerance for GL, right? Now go to new entries, or you can copy always. Go to new entries, give your company code, and here is the trick. If you leave this blank, right, I will enter tolerance group for 2222, right? Now you can have tolerance group for GL in local currency. You can give the limit, like if you enter $1,000, right, credit for 1,000. If someone is posting a difference for more than 1,000, right, uh, system won't allow to post, right? And you can always go through these notes as well. You see, these are the group: rent 1 lakh, debit; salaries 2 lakh, commission 5 lakh, right? The outstanding expense 35, right? So now when you clear them, you pay them, and you pay the commission. Instead of 5,000, you paid 4,800, right? Less than 200 was, there was a difference. So the 200 difference will be, if you have defined the tolerance group 200, okay, system will allow you to post, right? These are the open items, right? And so we will not give any limit, right? We will not give any limit, just for learning purpose. I was just showing you. Go to remove this. When you don't give any range, any amount you can post, and we leave it blank, right? I'll tell you why. If you leave it blank, because we have to assign this tolerance to your GLs. There is a field in creation of GL. At the time of creation of GL, there is a field, right? If you go to any GL, there is a field for tolerance. You see this field? If we create 2222 there on the screen that I was, you have to assign here too. But if you create a blank, it will automatically assign, right? Blank is assigned already. That's why we will create a blank tolerance. You don't need to assign. If you create, you can create 2222, but you need to assign to every GL. So in this case, in this way, it's less work. Just leave it blank, and it will, you don't need to assign to your GL. Just save it. Now, right? So this is just an explanation, right? Okay, next. Now we have this is the at a company level, right? Now in a company we have wide open, right? But you want not everyone to be wide open, right? You want Bangesh to post up to 1,000, Khalid by up to 2,000, right? So you then, there is another limit you can set at a for the employees. So if you go back, tolerance group for employees, right? Now if you leave it blank, set, so what is tolerance groups for employees? Setting the maximum limit for posting procedure for employees, right? How much amount of maximum of employee can post, and posting procedures, discount, how much discount he can give, right? Amount of open item he can deal with, percentage of cash discount, payment difference he can accept, right? So you go and create a new entries, leave it blank, company code 2222, right? Now you can give amount per document, right? So if you give $1,000 and if you post $2,000 document, you cannot post if this group is assigned to your user ID. This is the limit you are setting, right? So I will give 99999, there's no problem, maximum, or you can 9999, right? Now, the first one is amount per document, right? Any document you post, if it's more than 999999, system will give you the error message. Below that, no problem. Now, the next is per open item, right? If you are posting a transaction for the GL that is open item, right? Then I will give again 999 maximum limit. Cash discount, right? I have authority to give 10% cash discount, right? So permitted payment difference, right? If you give for the revenue, for the expense, you want to give any payment difference, like for example, if you purchase something and then you're paying more or less, right? You can give the difference. Percentage of discount you can give, additional discount you can give, you can always do and fill these fields, right? Not required. In our case, we are creating again a blank. Now, you see, this is just an explanation, right? So open item difference, right? For customer vendor line item, right? Right. That is upper limit, right? This is the difference for customer vendor. This is for discount. So now we created a blank. Now we will assign the users to these. You can create another group as well, right? If you want different groups, you can create, right? But this is group that we will assign to our assign users to the tolerance, right? So my ID is this one and it's assigned, right, already, right? Because I have created a blank, it's blank is assigned. If I create 222, I have to enter 222 here. It's already saved. Now we have completed our enterprise structure. I'll show you whatever you do in SAP system while developing. Once you're done with the development, you can go to check your global parameters. You can go to SPRO, or you can go OBY6, or you can go SPRO, reference IMG, and you can go to financial accounting new and global setting new, and you will see parameters, global parameters for company code. Go to global parameters, search your company code, double click, and you will see chart of account is defined, company is defined, functional area is defined, functional management area is defined, credit control area is defined, fiscal year variant is defined, also field status and posting periods are also defined, and one snapshot you can see, right? And there are some other settings as well, not required, right? It's already saved. Now in 2006, SAP released a version where they bring a lot of functionalities. One of the function was new GL. In new GL, they introduced document splitting. They introduced 4 to 5 different functions, but document splitting was one of the function. We will learn when we will learn new GL, but because our system is after the release of that version where new GL was introduced, we need to deactivate this function, otherwise you will confuse. So we will deactivate document splitting. Document splitting is nothing but to split the document in split the invoice among two departments, among vendors. I'll explain when we will go to new GL topic. You can use going to SM30 is the T code, or you can go SPRO. There is a menu path as well. So you go to SPRO, financial accounting, new, and it is in GL. business transactions. Go to document splitting, you will see option document splitting, and you will see activate document. Make sure this is deactivated. So go to deactivation per company code. Go to your company. Make sure against 2222. This one, right? So inactive, right? We have to check this, right? Understand? So this is the deactivation checkbox, right? It says inactive. If you check this, it will be inactive. So make sure your company is inactive. Save it. Document splitting is deactivated. Or the other option is you go to SM30 T code, technical T code, and then you have to go. There is a table v underscore fagl underscore split underscore act, and go to maintain. Same, you will see same table, same window, right? 2222 is already deactivated. You can use either way to deactivate document splitting. Now we have to see one more time the text procedure with different other settings other than global setting and then enterprise structure we need to maintain. First we need to deactivate the document splitting. We will activate when we will learn new GL, and then you have to check, make sure that the text procedure exists at a country level. So OBBG is a T code. Make sure we have an Indian company, put enter IN and make sure this text SG procedure is assigned. This is SAP at a country level provides the tax procedure to calculate tax on the transactions that are relevant for the tax, right? This is just the, so we have some controlling area setting as well. FI settings are complete. We have to make controlling area setting. To go to controlling area setting, we need to go to SPRO. You can go OKKP. This is the same. Go to OKKP and maintain the controlling area. On the FI side, whatever we post, system will take those postings to controlling area, right, on the controlling side. So we need to have controlling area in order for our posting to move to the CO, controlling module. Controlling is the sub module of FICO where we analyze, plan, right, and report whatever we do in a daily course of our business for reporting and decision making purposes. FI is for the government, CA is for the internal purpose. FI is for external reporting. CO module is used for internal reporting. So we need to create a controlling area.
FI used for is used for
SPRO. Go to FI used for external reporting means you have to show to the government that how much you made. They will calculate tax. You have to pay tax, right? CO is for the internal purposes, how my business is doing, how my branches are doing, right? Internal, no hard and fast rule. So controlling, go to controlling, go to general controlling. This is OKKP. Go to organization and maintain controlling area, right? So go to maintain controlling area. Right? Now go to new entry, or you can copy and create your own, right? So give the controlling area similar to your company code, right? C controlling, right? Area 2222. Okay, so give cross company, give currency type 30, right? 30 is for group currency. If you have more than one company code under one group company, you can use this 30. It's a client currency as well. The chart of account we have maintained 2222. Fiscal year variant we have 22, right? Standard hierarchy we need to create. This is for used for cost centers. Cost center is one of the sub-module in controlling. I'll explain what is cost center. Cost centers are nothing but a department to track the cost. So I can create the standard hierarchy. So standard hierarchy is needed. Under that standard hierarchy we create our cost centers. It's nothing but a grouping, subgrouping of cost centers. So give the name cost center standard hierarchy 2222. Okay, cost center CCTR. Okay, cost center standard hierarchy 2222. I think so. This is better, right? It's fine, right? Now cost center, I'll give cost center standard hierarchy. Enter. You want to create? Yes. System is asking, it's not created. You want to create? An entry already exists with the same key. With the STD, a 2222 is created. Controlling area is created. Why? We have already created this. No, right? Let me see if 2222 is created. Cancel. Go 2222.
किस चीज पे डाउट है कि नहीं क्रिएट
Why you created, right? Why you created in that company?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't create double two. Our company was 555, Tetra 5.
Sir, 1963 is your company code?
No. My company code is 4629.
Who is 1963?
No idea. 1963.
Oh, why is double? Anyway, practice in class, right? So I will use the same controlling, right? Controlling area 2222. Someone created this. We'll change to 30, right? Group company. We have more than one company. Chart of account. I will use 2222 and 2222. Cost center standard hierarchy is already created. And enter. And I will go to activate components. Okay, we have to create the year, right? No company code assigned, right? So I have to go to OKKP, sorry, and go to your controlling area 2222, and first I need to change this description, right? Didn't save, right? Controlling area 2222, change to 30. Your right currency is 2222, change to your fiscal year variant, standard hierarchy, cost center, standard hierarchy 2222, assignment to the company code, create new entries. We have to assign our company code, right, to the controlling area. Different chart of account 1963 2222. Someone created actually with the ID 2222. Chart of account is 1963. The guy who created this has the chart of account, different chart of. Okay, we'll create with our own different number, right? Because it's already created. Can we delete it? Groups still exist. You want to delete controlling area, although still exist. Cost center exists, right? Delete all groups for controlling area 2222. Okay, we will use a different controlling area, right? We'll use we maybe use 22223, right? 2223, right? And use this cross company, use group company, use euro, use your chart of account, enter your cost center standard hierarchy 2222, and assign to your company code, right? Go to new entries, enter your company code, press enter, save it. Controlling area is created, assignment is done. Now we have to activate some of the functions. You can do it later when you learn, we learn the controlling, but give the year 2020, cost center component not active, you can activate it, right? We will activate as a needed basis, but just say for now controlling area settings are complete. Controlling area is used to manage the cost, control, plan the cost in the controlling module, and it is a required step. So then you can maintain number ranges for the CO documents, right? I'll explain when we will learn CO, not required for now. Then there is a version concept on the CO side. I will explain when we will go to CO portion. Our enterprise structure, global settings, and some additional important settings, for example text procedure, document splitting, controlling area settings are complete. And we will now jump to our next topic, GL. General ledger, yes, come in. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Sorry guys, there is no switch. Now guys, we'll start the GL. I'll just introduce, maybe configuration we will start from the next session. GL in accounting, general ledger is used to post the business transactions. Let's say business transaction can be you pay rent, right? And let's say you're paying rent, right, through your bank. Rent will debit, bank will credit, right? This is called a business transaction. Then you will post these business transactions using GL concept in SAP. So GL, in order to create GL, we need to have a chart of account first, right? GL is created at 3 different level: at a chart of account level, company code level, and centrally. If you create GL centrally, it will be created at a company code level and chart of account level, right? So these are the topics that we will cover under GL, but first I will show you how to create GL. You need to have chart of account created, accounts group created, from where the numbers will be allotted. So I'll show you how to create a GL. You can, this is end user part, not the consultant job, but you should know how to create. Go to accounting, go to financial accounting, go to general ledger, go to master records. This is a master data. You create once, use all the time. Individual processing, collective processing. Collective processing means centrally, sorry, collective processing is not creation of the GL centrally. Individual processing, in individual processing you have FS00. If you create centrally, it will be created at company code and chart of account level. Now this screen is creation of GL. You have to change your company code. Make sure you go to change your company code, enter your company code. Right. Now you will create a GL, enter the company code. When first time you're creating, system won't allow you to change, but once you create your first GL successfully, system will allow you to change. Okay, now we'll create our first GL. Before we create a GL, you should know your GL range, right? You should know, you have to give the system a range number, right? What number you're going to create. So in order to check the number, go to OBD4, which is account groups you already created. Go to your company code and you see there are different groupings you already created, right? When you create any GL, under these groups, in front of these groups, you see have that range defined. System will pick one number from that range. So the first share, equity share, right? Let's say the group we have created is the equity share, right? 1000 capital, right? So it's 1000000, right? Choose this number. Go back to the SAP creation screen and give number 100000 and press enter. Right now fields will open. Go to choose the group. Make sure you choose the capital group because this number is from capital, right? Where is the capital? Capital, right? Now give the this is a balance sheet account, right? You see, you have to give the, choose the balance sheet, give the name of this GL, right? I will give share capital account, copy it, paste it, go to control data. Not all fields are required because many fields are used by many different modules in SAP. Data flows from other modules using this GL. Now for all the, you don't need a trading partner, right? So currency will come from your company code, right? Because this is your company, by default system is picking, right? You don't need to enter anything, and well, tolerance group will come with a blank you created, right? Choose the, if you want to choose the line item display, you can choose the line item display. It's up to you, right? It's explained already, right? Right, you can choose if you want to. Line item display, sort key is used for sorting. Give 001, 001 is posting date. You can choose any other sort key. When you post documents, you can sort those documents based on this sorting key. According to this GL, sorting will be from the posting date. System will arrange documents based on posting date, right? Then you go to bank interest tab, go enter G001 as your field status group. The field status group in SAP is used to make the fields either required, express, or optional during document postings. Okay, now press enter, save your GL. System will create the GL. Data is saved. Now you change the company code, system will allow you to change it. You see, in this capital group we have created our first GL, right? This is how you create GL. We'll create some GLs in our next session. We'll continue, and I'll show you how to delete, how to block, how to change, how to view, how to search. We'll create some GLs like rent, salaries, and this on the left side you will see as and when you create the GLs, list will grow, depends on the company size and the nature of business and operation. Until then, take care of yourself, stay safe. We'll continue in our next session. Until then, bye.